Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am reviewing a video that I did about April last year where I went to Aldi and I bought all of these items here. They came to £32.43 and I did a range of meals which you can see now on screen, which were really good for what we had to work with, to be honest. We had everything from roast chicken to carrot cake. So this year, Bronwyn, handle on screen now, asked me if I could do a review of that video. So, like the good little person I am, I decided on. So I went into Aldi and I had a look around and I bought these items here. It came to I'm just checking, I'm not good with numbers, £37.40. And what I'm going to do over the next few weeks, I'm going to do a few recipes with what I bought in Aldi. So stick around to see how I got on. So one of the first things I did was I made some porridge for myself for breakfast. You can hear my coffee maker in the background making that noise. So I've got a third of a cup of oats here, which I'm putting into a bowl, along with a third of a cup of milk, which I'm using from the milk I purchased at Aldi, and the oats as well, they're from Aldi. And a third of a cup of water, just so I don't use so much milk. Then I'm popping that into the microwave for about 1.5 minutes. While that's going on, I decided to make some oats for tomorrow morning. So again, I'm taking the oats from Aldi and I'm putting them into a container. Along with, on this occasion, 2/3 of a cup of milk from Aldi. This is a really lovely use of oats, and who doesn't like some oats in the morning? Certainly not me anyway. I then put the lid on and I give it a good shake, and then I popped it in the fridge for an overnight oat sensation, which I'll have tomorrow, probably with some apples or pears and a little bit of brown sugar like I'm going to be doing today. I took my porridge out of the microwave and I chopped up one apple, which I purchased from Aldi. Chopped it into chunks. You don't have to use a full apple, it's up to you on this one. Stirred my oats, decided they were still a little bit too thick, put a little bit more milk in, and then I popped them into the microwave again for another 30 seconds. Once that was done, after tidying up a little bit, I got my oats out of the microwave, and then I added to my oats a teaspoon of sugar, the brown sugar that I purchased from Aldi, and all of the apple that I chopped up to make a lovely filling breakfast for myself. I then managed to get my coffee and I was away with my oats. Taking about 375 grams of oats, we're going to make them into a flour by using it's a food chopper, and we're going to use the food chopper to make our flour. So I'm going to add approximately half of these oats in total to my blender to create a flour. Now it'll be a coarse flour, but it's what they used to use years ago to actually make biscuits and shortbread, and this is a play on that recipe. Don't worry if there's a few bits of oats go into your bowl, because that is fine. We don't mind that. It is texture after all. Now, if you don't have a food processor or a chopper to do this, all you need to do is substitute about 200 grams of your oats for plain flour. Hopefully this won't wake my grandson. And it's better to pull stuff really. And when you've done one lot, continue on and do the rest. Once you've converted your oats into some coarse flour, it's time to add your sugar. And we're going to be adding 160 grams of brown sugar. This is light brown sugar, and we're going to mix that in. And don't worry too much, because we're going to be mixing some fat into this in a minute, and we'll get rid of all those lumps that you always get with brown flour. So, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, or baking soda if you're American. Push that through. Next part, put your oven onto gas mark 4. The zest of an orange, if you've got it. If you haven't got it, don't worry too much. Just go on to the next step. This orange has been sitting around in my fridge for a while, so I thought I'll use it up. It's always a shame to waste the skin on these things, isn't it? And don't forget that the zest is the orange part, not the white. Okay, so we've got 225 grams of our spread from Aldi. So we're going to pop that in. We're going to rub this in with our fingers and thumbs. So cover it in oats and then break it up into pieces. If you want to, you can use a pastry cutter for this job, which I should have done because my grandson's in the other room and he'll probably wake up halfway through, knowing my luck. But hey ho, we'll go. And at this point you'll feel that your oats are quite coarse, which is good. Gives you texture. Get them rubbed in. And hope your grandson doesn't wake up. You can smell the oranges in this, it's absolutely amazing. And when you've got a reasonably rubbed in consistency, what we're going to do is go and wash our hands, because we're going to do something else. Once you've done that, it's time to add your chocolate chips. And I've got 100 grams, that's 1 packet of chocolate chips that are going in there. Just gonna push that through. Take our dough and push it together into a great big lump. So give it a good squeeze and just keep squeezing it. There's no gluten in this. Now we're going to tip it into a lined baking tray, making sure to get everything. We don't want to waste anything. And we're going to push it down till it fills the absolute corners of the baking tray. So get your muscles going. This is an absolutely great way to use the oats, I have to say. Once that's done, pop it in your oven until it's lightly golden brown. So these are my chocolate chip oat bars. Look at them. They were in for 30 minutes in the oven. I took them out, I scored them with a knife, and I left them to cool so that I could cut them properly. And just look at that. Oof. So it's time with everything to try it. Use the sunshine. It's a lovely evening. So there you go. Let's see. You can really taste the orange in these. Really tasty. Recommend. Easy to make. Cheap ingredients. Delicious. So I hope you can see me. My camera skills aren't that great, but I just wanted to show you how I worked out my pricing for my video. In 2023 we had £32.43 spend. That was for all the items that you can see. In 2024, I bought similar items, but it came to £37.40 this time. If you take 32 from 37.40, then you get a difference of £4.97 increase. So that's £4.97 increase on last year. Now, to find out what the percentage increase is, we divide the increase by the actual amount that we started with in 2023, which is £32.43. We came to I rounded it up and it was 0.153. So if you wanted to take that off, you're looking at 0.15 to round it up again. Times that by 100 to get your percentage, and you end up with a 15% increase on last year's prices. What can I say? 15% increase on our food from last year in the UK. Weigh that up against all the rest of the stuff that we've got going up, and no wonder there's a cost of living crisis. Anyway, that's me out for today. See you next time. Liz out.